All right, boys and girls, after a week of being sick with a cold, we are back exploring a new location that I just found on a creek that I've never really tried to fish. We had a week's worth of massive rain. Most of my preferred rivers and creeks are flooded out or too flooded to attempt. But this one looks like it might not be too bad. This is a new spot. I already scouted it a little bit. Saw a water snake, which was encouraging. Got a little close to him before I saw him, but now we are geared up. And I appreciate you guys coming along for another episode of Hooked on Fishing. As always, I'm your host, Kaptain Krunch. Today we're going to use our 6-foot light action dark matter FishHawk branded rod. Shout out to FishHawk. Great guy, great videos. Check him out on his channel on YouTube. And as always, we're going to use the start with anyway, the tried and true Nikko Hellgrammite. I think this is like an 16th ounce jig head Ned rig. It's less than a 10th ounce, whatever's the next step down from their 1/10 ounce. This particular Nikko is a obsidian. Trying out a couple different new colors recently, seeing how they do. As usual, we're running what I believe is 8 or 10 pound braid. No leader. We got rid of the leader after our trip on the Rappahannock River, which didn't go well. So here we are. As you can see right here, water looks very shallow right through this section, which is good for me to get in it. It also looks really rocky. Up that way was actually quite deep. So we're gonna start here and see how this works out. We are kitted up in our Korkers Redside wading boots and our Cabela's summer lightweight thin waders. I'm sure the water's still fairly cool. Yeah, water's a little chilly. As I said, it had flooded recently, so let's see what we can see. I have seen a couple little fish there already. I don't know how far we're gonna get, if anywhere. We have to be careful here and mind our steps in this new environment. I am running the standard rubber soles, so this rock is, as you see this rock in here, very slippery. So we have to be careful and mindful of that rock, because we don't want to bust our rear end or anything else. Future trips down here, depending, I may switch over to felt soles. So we definitely have some deeper water there than where I'm at. Now, I don't know if obsidian's going to be the right color today. We are able to switch over should I feel that this isn't going to get it done. But for now, we're going to start with this. See if we can entice any action, which I imagine will be more significant. There's more little baby fish. Now that water's over a foot deep. You would think there would be something in there. Water's not really high. I mean, it's a little bit. We're about thigh deep now. Usually the Hellgrammite gets it in. So a little bit worried right now. Don't know if it's a color issue. Definitely getting hung up on everything. All right. We're gonna switch gears here and try to go back with the okay. Well, we should risk too much more of this. This is pretty wild looking. It's beautiful right here. Not getting any bites, but it's real pretty. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It all looks kind of juicy. It just isn't actually juicy. Let's try going at this another way. Boy, when that sun comes out, it's nice. Well, boys and girls, it looks pretty, but it also looks dangerous. I don't know. This might just be the end. I don't know that it makes sense to try and go that way. It's really loud right here. It's like a beautiful waterfall, but it's like how stable is this? All right, stable enough. You would think there'd be something in there. Did the construction really kill all the life in this place? It's very possible that it did, or it's possible that the flooding washed all the good stuff out. I mean, yeah, those are all valid possibilities. That's where we need to be. Back to slower moving water. Wow, there's like no life in here. That does not seem right at all. Oh, that was something. Finally had something. There it is. Fish on. Oh, fish off. Goodness gracious. So there's something out there. I don't know what, but there's something out there. Whatever it was hungry. See if we can find it again. There it is. Stay on. Fish on. Something good too. Oh, giant creek chub. Massive creek chub. That's like a record, man. Nah, yeah, that's pretty close to a record creek chub for me. Indeed, look at the size of that thing. And he jumped. I didn't get that on camera, but he jumped. Okay, so creek chubs. Big ones, big creek chubs. Got those in here. Not really what we're looking for, but got that going for us. Got that going for us. Like, I have a knack for finding them things. It's like, if there's creek chubs, I'll find them. Word to the wise, if anybody ever wants to go creek chub fishing, just holler at me. I can find them. That's all day long. I'll find all the creek chubs. All right, and we're back after a battery change. Still in the same spot. Fish on. Let's see what we got this time. There's a big fat bluegill. Goodness. So they are in there. That's a big fatty. Look at that. Big as my hand. Big fatso. Stop that. I don't want to get all fishy. I don't have access to the water. Stop, dummy. Stop, dummy. You hooked me. I'm gonna kill you. Quick release. Okay. So, humongous creek chub, humongous bluegill, red breast, whatever he was. He was big. So that's 2 species. Now that we finally found the fish, problem is we have not located the target species. He had a big old body and a tiny little mouth. Tiny little mouth. If that fat boy went after it, he didn't hesitate. Should have listened to my old man and brought some bug spray. So we've got a giant bluegill and a giant creek chub out of here so far. All right, that's a wrap. All right, look what we've got here. That water snake came back to almost the same place. You see him right there? He's right there. Right there. Right at the tip of my pole. He's about 3 feet. Regular common water snake. Just a chillin' right there. Surprised he hasn't darted yet. I wouldn't say he's cute. But he's a snaky. Alright, so now we found this deeper water here. Let's see if there's anything in here besides water snakes. Huh, there he is. See him right down there? Right there. His head just went underwater. Alright. As much as I thought I would kill it, this lure is not producing anything. So we'll change it up. I'm sure I'm gonna regret doing this, but let's try throwing this. Let's bomb this. Let's see if we have any luck. Fish on. There's a bass. All right, baby. Should have fished up here to begin with. Oh, fish on. He's a strong one. Get in the boat. Look at that. Smallmouth. Yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Barely hooked, too. He's going to come loose any second now. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. You're going to tear your lip off. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. If you snag me, you're gonna piss me off. Look at that. Hot dog. Look at that. We got a video. It's about a half pounder. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So they are in here. Problem is, they're in here. Get on out of here. Okay. Nice. So we are on the money. Found the juice. We're down there screwing around, wading in the shallows when we should have been up here where the snakes are, where the smallies are. So we got 3 species now, plus a snake. Not a total loss, but not great. But for a new spot, that's not too shabby. I mean, just shy of a pound probably, smallmouth. On top of a huge creek chub and a huge bluegill. Could be worse. I mean, that was a decent smallie. I mean, for sure. I don't know why he didn't like a Hellgrammite, but he liked that minnow well enough. I mean, I've caught a 2-pounder on that, so why not indeed? Oh, and then I lost it. Just like that. We're snagged good. We're not getting that off. Fish on. Fish on. Little bitty bass. Little spotty largemouth. Look at that. Look at that. Cute little guy. Fat little belly. Release. All right, boys and girls, we got cut off earlier due to a dead battery. That's going to be a wrap for today. We had some challenging conditions. Waded on a lot of slippery rocks. Huge creek chub, huge bluegill, or red breast, not sure which. And then we finished up with a nice, about a 1 pound, maybe half, 3/4 pound smallmouth. Then finished up with about a 7-inch largemouth or spotted bass. And then we lost that lure. But all in all, it was a tough day, but it was a fun day. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more of these adventures from the toughest waters in the civilized world of Northern Virginia. This is Hooked on Fishing with your host, Kaptain Krunch, signing off. Y'all be safe out there.